Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions. Check out our partners in the description. Startup Podcast PH is at the TBI office of Tara Agri Aqua and Navigato here in Caraga State University, and we're interviewing Caraga-based startups. In this episode, we have Throw Chips Durian and its founder, Jared Kotamora. Hello, Jared. Kamusta?
Hello, kumusta? I'm okay.
Yes, very exciting na naman ito, ano? Throw Chips. I think it's short for tropical, ano? Yung throw.
Yes.
Throw tropical. And then, durian. So, I think ito yung parang inyong first flavor, ano?
Yes.
Yan. So, yeah, sige, I'll have you explain more. Ano nga ba ang Throw Chips Durian?
Ang Throw Chips Durian ay isang innovative solution na snack. Kasi we have a lot of chips, but usually our chips taste salty, and then some are sweet. But then we think of providing tropical flavored chips, and then the first flavor that we have is the durian, because it's what we offer here in Mindanao also, and then it's a famous in Mindanao.
Yes, actually. Very famous on durian sa Mindanao. And I actually like durian. Iba nagreklamo sa amoy ng durian. Pero actually, masarap ang durian. Pero yeah, sige, ang ganda nung binanggit mo about kumbaga yung why you innovate, because may problem sa minsan yung mga commercially available, yung mga nasa supermarket na mga chips, sobrang alat or sobrang to the point na baka hindi na ganun ka-healthy, ano? So, ano ba yung parang tinatackle yung reason kung bakit ka nag-i-innovate, and why are you really making throw chips?
Okay. So, we observe that in the market, yun nga, walang mga tropical flavored na mga chips available in the market now. And then, mostly, when you think of snack foods, they are unhealthy. Tapos, yung mga ingredients niya ay hindi healthy. So, we carefully selected our ingredients, which includes squash, mga sweet potato, and then other ingredients also. And then, we flavored it. We plan to flavor it with tropical fruits, which are locally available here in Mindanao. And then first yung durian.
Okay, ang dami kong question. Muna, throw chips, tropical. Ano yung sabihin ng tropical fruits? What are these?
Which includes durian, we have mango, we plan to also have pineapple flavor, and then banana, and many other fruits that are locally available in Mindanao.
So in the future, magkakaroon ng mga throw chips mango, throw chips banana.
Yes.
And then yung yung parang differentiation nito sa mga current chips. Kasi nasanay tayo, wag natin banggitin yung brand, pero nasanay tayo sa first potato chips, na lalo na yung mga nabibili sa supermarket or sa mga sari-sari store. Potato chips na ang daming asin, So, how exactly are you changing that? Parang, in terms of the content, ano yung advantage ng, you said you pwedeng gumamit ng squash, Parang alternative siya to the mismong chips of.
Yes.
And then second, will you reduce the salt content, and paano ma-maintain yung ganun pa ring lasa na kinahiligan ng mga bata na mga taong kumakain ng chips,
Yung target namin is actually to offer different types of chips. So hindi siya yung salty, and then yes, totoo yung we reduce the amount of salt, and then we really provide another flavor available in the market. Diba, yung nakasanayan natin parang mga salt, vinegar, spicy, ganun. Tapos,
sour cream,
parang ganun.
barbecue,
Pero
cheese.
we want to offer fruit flavored na mga chips.
How do you make the fruit flavor? How do you add that fruit flavor?
Okay. We add part of the components in making the chips. We add the content, and then in addition, we also create a coating which has the flavor of the target tropical fruit.
Oh. So, aside instead na potato chip, pwede siyang may squash, and pwede rin na siya na may fruit na rin.
Pero yung squash tsaka sweet potato, yun yung base ingredient na to create the chips. So, hindi talaga na directly, they are actually a combination of those ingredients to create the chips. Parang crackers na mga chips, ganon.
So, para siyang, kumbaga, is it powdered form? Parang, paano siya minimix yung
Mash.
Yes,
mash.
So, pwede yung mash na yun, halo-halo na ng squash, may sweet potato. Sweet potato is kamote.
Kamote.
Is kamote also abundant here in Mindanao?
Yes. May mga
Oh.
maraming kamote
Actually,
dito sa
favorite ko yan,
Mindanao.
kamote chips. Parang
Oo.
actually sa Pilipinas yun yung sikat, kung hindi potato chips,
Banana,
banana chips, tsaka kamote
tsaka
chips.
kamote
Then
chips.
ngayon, ang gusto niyong gawin is i-diversify siya na hindi lang yung
Mm.
mga ang pinakasikat siyempre na nasa market, potato chips.
Mm.
Pero sumikat na rin yung banana chips para medyo Filipino ano yun, no?
Mm.
And then ang gusto niyong gawin is i-diversify siya na durian chips,
Durian chips.
and mango chips, banana chips, and kung ano pang ibang tropical. Is that right? Is that right?
Initially, yung gusto talaga naming magawa is to have yung mango chips, yung yung fruit talaga, pero due to its price, so we opted na okay, we cannot provide or cannot create this type of product na affordable pa rin. So how can we create? So we create a chips and then we flavor it with naturally flavored fruits that are available in here in Mindanao.
Yeah, in terms of that, so now parang this is like a formulation, a new formulation, ano yung pinaka-angle na tinitignan nyo? Is it the cost? Like, maybe comparable or maybe baka lower pa na cost, mas mura pa na chips, or yung health, yung nutrition, yung health content, and yung flavor, or those three? Kumbaga, ano yung mga aspects of how you plan to be attractive sa mga consumers?
Totoo
Or
yun.
those three?
Those three talaga.
Okay.
Yung to offer fruit-flavored chips, and then we also consider yung health. Kasi nga, we carefully selected the ingredients. Those ingredients, squash and tsaka sweet potato, are known to be rich in vitamins and minerals. Especially sweet potato is a superfood. And then we have squash, which is rich in calcium, phosphorus, and other vitamin A, vitamin B. So we carefully selected these ingredients to be part of the chips so that we could offer a healthier option for our snack avid who would like to eat healthier snacks.
Why pala squash? I mean, relatively mura ba si squash?
Yes,
Para siyang mga sayote, parang
yes,
yung mga pampalaman dun sa mga
yes.
ano.
There was a time na here in Mindanao or some places, the production is, they are selling the squash at 4 pesos per kilo. Oo, so may mga seasons na talaga ganun. So, yun din yung gusto kong i-address na ma-reduce yung post-production na losses for squash farmers. So, we could provide a product out of those so we could help the farmers na hindi maging loss yung overproduction nila ng squash. Kasi it's very easy to produce yung squash kasi.
Yeah, so same din doon sa mga iba nating na-interview dito ng mga agri-startups. Parang nag-open up na new channels, new products para yung mga farmers, yung mga produce ng farmers ay kumbaga mas mabenta pa. And you're also helping out the industry, yung farming industry and the farmers to
maging
make
sustainable
them more,
din.
make it more sustainable and make it more profitable. Kumusta pala ba ang talking about the product, talking about the chips? Kamusta naman ang shelf life nito? Kasi yung mga potato chips in the market, ang kinaganda rin yan. Kaya sila mabenta rin kasi yun yung mga pwedeng bilhin ng mga sari-sari store and kahit wala kang kumbaga in room temperature lang, andyan lang. Preserved sila, So, kamusta naman ang parang shelf life nito ng throw chips? Even if fruits yung laman niya.
Yung shelf life naman niya, we haven't undergone shelf life testing. Pero for most chips, it's actually 3 months, good for 3 months.
Okay.
And then we could still extend the shelf life by adding preservatives and also improving the packaging material. Yan kasi yung factors na pag-extend ng shelf life.
Yeah, well, actually, kaya rin naman matagal ang shelf life ng mga ibang potato chips kasi dahil sa preservatives na baka hindi na rin ganun ka-healthy. About the production, so same lang ba yung parang magiging process ng paggawa ng chips na to or may something different sa paggawa? Mas complicated ba siya?
Hindi naman siya mas complicated. Kaya nga we use this product kasi it's easy to make, and then in terms of scalability, madali siyang i-scale up. So it's good for a startup talaga.
In terms of the branding, so may pangalan na siya na Throw Chips, pero paano niyo plano gawin yung packaging niya? Do you plan to make it like very parang same din na chips na parang in-a-pack, ganyan na yung parang mga ayoko magbanggit ng brand pero yung mga chips, alam niyo na yung mga chips na yun, yung mga may kulay, color yellow, color red, color orange. Minsan, you also choose the color na parang appetizing. So, how do you plan yung parang magiging packaging and branding niya?
Yun yung goal namin na maging ganun din. Yung in a aluminum na mga packaging, pillow pack, and then yung naka-bulk, kasi naka-bulk yung mga chips natin, that it's because of the nitrogen flashing.
Yeah.
So it also increase or lengthens the shelf life of our chips. So kung we have that technology, applied to our technology, our chips would also last longer, about a year or more.
Interesting. So parang plano na rin talaga na ano, no? Kung mga plano nyo na hindi naman replace, pero really put tropical chips into the mainstream.
Yes.
Parang instead na nakasanayan ng mga bata, mga elementary, no, na pagkatapos ng school, bibili ng chips sa labas, binibili mga hindi ganun ka-healthy na potato chips. Ang normal na may bilhin, ate pabili, or kuya pabili ng tropical chips. And it's actually healthy for them. No? Parang healthy snack din siya.
Yung when we pitch it, actually, since it's a durian, the first idea that we have is that durian is it's may amoy siya, 'di ba? Tapos yung hindi siya madaling dalhin kung pupunta ka ng Maynila kasi nga may thorns siya. So we want to we want to bring the flavor of durian in other parts of the country and even at the world. So even if without bringing the actual fruit, so you could still enjoy the flavor of durian in a chips.
So parang way din siya to to ipagmalaki ang produce dito sa Mindanao without actually sa ibang mga airports nga parang may may stigma sa mga sa durian sa ibang kasi yung amoy pa lang ayun.
Kasi most of the Filipinos really want to enjoy durian, and then even many of them already enjoy durian but can't because of the limitations of transportation. So with this product, they could enjoy durian even in a chips.
Bakit pala kayo nag-start sa durian?
Yes. Kasi nga parang when we talk about Caraga or Mindanao, parang durian is parang famous ba? So parang common yung mango, tapos meron ding mga banana. Although we plan to do that, but we plan to start with durian.
So parang in terms of the farmers ba, marami talagang farmers here in Caraga ang durian ang tinatanim?
Hindi naman, pero compared to other parts of the country,
walang durian sa ibang walang durian sa ibang lugar.
Kahit nga dyan sa labas may mga durian ng mga stores.
Yung mga tsaka mga smallhold na farmers, mga household na farmers, pwede magtanim ng
meron
durian.
ng mga durian.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter.
Ayun. So, pag-usapan naman natin ang story behind Throw Chips. So, how did this happen to begin with? Can you tell more firstly, can you give more of your background? And second, paano nagsimula yung idea of making an alternative chips? And then third, turning it into a business, turning it into a startup.
So, I am actually a food technologist I am a food technologist, and then I am currently the center chief of the Caraga Food Innovation Center here in the Caraga State University. And then part of our project or engagement with DOST, Department of Science and Technology Caraga, is to create a product, an innovative food product. So one of the considerations is to easily produce it, to really scale it up. Kasi marami namang mga products, diba, na maganda pero it's very difficult to scale up in terms of commercialization. So we think of chips kasi madali siyang gawin, tapos madaling i-commercialize. And then nakita kasi namin na walang ganun pa sa market.
Yes. Pero was it what was the push? What was really the push to really doing this? Kasi you can be satisfied by being in your position, by doing your job, pero parang this is a new venture. So what was the push of really doing, of really starting this venture?
It's interesting din kasi na-expose kasi ako dito sa sa TBI ba? Dito sa Agri-Aqua TBI, and then as I've heard a lot of talks, and then as a professor in the university, and then why not? We could really start it up, and then the vision of the university is to be an entrepreneurial university as well. So the university is actually encouraging our instructors, our faculty members to also engage in entrepreneurship. So that's why we have this in our parang landscape ba dito sa university.
Actually, yung na-amaze ako dito sa Caraga State University, and actually sa NEMSU, shoutout natin si Northeastern Mindanao State University. Kasi, correct me if I'm wrong, sir. So you're a professor here now. So you teach. What do you teach exactly?
I am a food technology. I teach food processing.
Your undergrad is
food technology.
food technology.
And then my master's is food science and technology.
And then now you're teaching that discipline.
Yes, but then we are also proposing to offer a food technology program here in the university. So I am the one who also crafting the proposal for the program. Wala pa kasi may food tech dito sa sa Caraga State U.
May saan ka, sir,
sa Leyte. Sa Leyte.
Okay. So, saan department ka ngayon?
For now, I am under the College of Agriculture and Agri-Industries, and then under the Department of Agri-Industries and Economics.
Dapat lang magkaroon ng food technology dito na department, no? Or na, actually, kahit house muna by a college, ano? Pero, ayun, so, correct me if I'm wrong, pero part ng job dito as a professor, as a faculty, is, so, of course, may teaching, and then meron din yung research, then may production.
Extension and production. Those are the 4 functions.
Yes, doon ako na, kasi very new sa akin yung production side. I mean, teaching, research, extension, parang medyo, I'm from UP, parang medyo normal yun eh. Pero yung production, yun yung, doon ko nakita na parang pinupush talaga ng Caraga State University, for example, yung, for the people here, for the students, the teachers, and the researchers to be entrepreneurial din, So, you're also doing this as part of that load, right? Of that research or production. Is that right?
Part talaga yun ng parang functions ng faculty member of a university to have instruction, research, extension, and production. The university administration kasi, yung vision niya, kasi parang may shift ng vision ba? To be entrepreneurial university as well, innovative, and then innovation, and also an entrepreneurial university. And with that vision of our leader, our president, yun din yung parang na capture ng mga faculty members. And then even agencies, government agencies are pushing, di ba? Marami ng mga pitching competitions ngayon, mga encouraging students, young entrepreneurs, and even in the university, parang yun yung pinupush din. So with a lot of engagements and then mga talks on entrepreneurship, parang may engage ka talaga to go into startups and then to push for entrepreneurship.
I'm amazed actually. Kudos to Caraga State University. I mean, really, kasi for example, may ibang universities, they can focus on like teaching. I mean, to have employable students. There's nothing wrong with that. But kumbaga focus sa instruction and kumbaga turning the graduates into kumbaga employable people, work skilled workforce talaga, And then meron din mga research university. Ang goal is to increase research output, to publish papers and to expand the current knowledge. And then meron ding mga universities pala, actually ngayon ko lang din na State University, na ang focus really also is to turn their body into entrepreneurs. And I think that's amazing. I think doon dapat papunta ang Pilipinas.
Innovation and then entrepreneurship.
Actually, yung 2 words na yun, very there nung sa event, nung sa simula kanina sa parang orientation kanina, I was asked by Sir Jong, shout out to Sir Jong of Tara Agri-Aqua. Yung 2 words na yun actually, entrepreneurship and innovation. Siguro I should highlight lang din dito sa ating episode na yun ang dalawang advocacy ng podcast. Kasi I believe that Filipinos as a whole, Philippines as a whole, Filipinos should be more entrepreneurial and more innovative. Ano yung sabihin ng entrepreneurial? We increase the economic activity of the country. Hindi lang tayo employable. Hindi lang tayo, kumbaga, ine-employ ng mga foreign companies. We actually build businesses para may jobs and may economy sa ating bansa. Second, innovation, something new. Continuously strive to solve problems sa society and uplift yung mga industriya dito. Parang for example, ang aspects dito ng entrepreneurship and innovation sa Throw Chips is to produce Throw Chips, you increase economic activity, build jobs. And then yung innovative aspect dito, you actually give more opportunities to the farmers and you expand the consumer opportunities. Mas marami silang ma-apply na products. Yun din,
diversity ng food product available.
Yeah. Ayun. Ang galing. So, yeah, paano naman kayo pala napunta dito sa Tara Agri Aqua TBI? So, how did you get incubated here and what do you expect sa program and coming out of it?
There's actually a ongoing the race program of DOST card. So I am also part of the DOST the program, the race program, and then it is to commercialize available technologies in the university na hindi siya mag-stop na sa shelves lang, but to put it really to help in the pre-commercialization and then eventually for commercialization. So with this available Agri Aqua TBI of the RAISE program, which is a Project 3, na parang na-facilitate ba yung commercialization talaga ng mga parang hindi ba siya nakatulog, parang ganun, na mga technologies in the university. And then one of which is itong Throw Chips din.
Going back again lang pala, no? So, paano pala nangyari yung research kay Throw Chips? Yung parang R&D, how long did it take na kumbaga ma-evolve yung formulation, yung process ng paggawa ng Throw Chips? What was the research process of it? Kamusta yun?
When I created or when I planned out about Throw Chips, it didn't take me much time kasi nga I am a food technologist and then I have the experience and also the knowledge on creating the product. Siguro within weeks only I created the product. Yun parang the knowledge that I've gained from my past experiences shortened the creation of the product. But then we are also open to improving the product kasi may mga market testing, we participate in exhibits, and then if there are feedback so it's also part of the research.
So an example ng parang cycle of changing the product, pero bang parang example of how you kumbaga iterated the product?
Most of the considerations are yung flavor, and then isa din yung shelf life talaga. Diba mostly yung chips kukunat siya. So yung limitations namin. So pero alam naman namin on how to solve that if we only have the enough resources and then the equipment that could also improve the shelf life of the product.
Yeah, speaking of that, like the equipment, the production, do you have a facility or paano nyo ginagawa siya right now? Yeah.
We have the Caraga Food Innovation Center.
So dun muna kayo parang, so like how it goes, so you have initial research, you produce it there para kumbaga may MVP, may minimum viable product to be tested out there, and then get feedback from those who tried it, and then maybe research ulit, no? Parang improve ulit, and then produce ulit. Kumbaga it's a cycle.
Yes, it's a cycle. Para ma-improve yung product.
Did you already do like market research on this? Parang, yeah.
With our involvement in the Agri Aqua TBI now, parang ito yung magiging avenue to do market research also.
Parang ganun din naman ang role ng TBIs, so may pre-incubation, parang ita-test yung viability nung startup or nung product, and then develop the MVP, validate it, kakainin ba siya ng mga tao, i-consume ba siya, bibilihin ba siya, and then I think yung parang last phase ng buong program here is commercialization. To really put it out there in the markets.
Yes.
Right? Do you have teammates, co-founders kay Throw Chips?
Yes. yung mga kasama ko dun sa sa Caraga Food Innovation Center, mga staff and faculty member din. So, we are 3 in the team as of now. So, ayun.
And then, going back dun sa market research, I'm really dito, parang sobrang curious ako sa parang in a startup ecosystem, maraming players dyan. Usually, merong isang hindi masyado na take into consideration. Pero, of course, part ng ecosystem yung founders, yung nag-i-innovate, yung gumagawa ng product. And then somehow, hindi natin naisip na yung consumers, they should also be innovation ready in order for a startup ecosystem to grow. Now, ang question ko with regard to this, sa Caraga, how do you think are the people here in terms of yung kumbaga outlook nila sa innovation? Kasi for example, you produce throw chips and you put it in the market. Some people might say, or enthusiastic people will say, uy, may bagong product, itry natin yan. Pero pwede rin mangyari na like in an ecosystem, in a population, people will say, uy, may bago, ayoko subukan yan kasi nasanay na ako dun sa, gusto ko yung kinasanayan ko na. So what do you think then of the ecosystem here in Mindanao, in Caraga? Do you think the people are open to trying out new things, new food?
I think open naman yung mga tao dito sa Caraga for new things. And then that is also the case na we would not limit our product here in Caraga. Kasi nga, yung parang target market dito is to bring the flavor outside Mindanao.
Yeah.
So, siguro, yung mga tao, okay, we have durian. So, it's good to have these throw chips. But then, kung mai-market naman siya sa other parts of the country na walang durian, we also would like to know if they are interested in trying these chips na walang durian sa kanila. Ayun.
So, speaking about that, so ano nga ba ang roadmap for throw chips durian? So, paano nyo nakikita yung phases nito of making it into a full-fledged business? So, production and distribution maybe in a community muna, and then in the Philippines and maybe international stage. So, how do you plan that?
For now, parang bago lang din kasi ako sa ecosystem ng entrepreneurship. So, we are parang dependent ba on the guidance of the Agri-Aqua TBI. Kaya nagpa-incubate kami kasi parang sila yung may knowledge on how to lead us, to bring us there into the market. And then, parang malaki din yung role nila on helping us reach our potential as a product also.
But do you see this as like a very booming business na parang mainstream na nga talaga, and parang do you have that vision of and especially because you're you're a faculty so parang may chance ba na you really put more focus into the business than the research part and really like executing and really growing and building the business?
Yes, I can say na with the present parang traction or parang potential ng product, yung acceptance ba, they would like to have it or to have it available in the market. And then, di ba sa mga stores or convenience stores like 7-Eleven or anything mga convenience stores, yun yung parang target namin eh. Tapos available siya sa mga supermarkets din. Kaya parang ganun yung vision namin na maging readily available siya as part of the common na mga chips in the market.
Yun yung mga binabaon sa school.
Yung din, parang mga snack items na regular na mga snack items when they go to picnic or they go to somewhere else, and then for bonding.
Yeah. So do you see like really mass production and mass distribution nito?
Yes. Because of its scalability and very easy to make, we could see that this could easily be produced or mass produced.
I'm excited for that. Na meron akong healthy na makakain na affordable pa rin. If ever there's investor, so are you possibly looking for investors then to really put money and really build the business, to inject capital and build the business and scale it? So are you open to that in the future?
Yes, we are open to really having a company. We are dependent on the available resources or the facility that we have using the Caraga Food Innovation Center. But then, if we really want to have it as a business, so we really need capital to start our own company, to have the facility, and then the equipment also.
Grabe, ang ganda ng ginagawa ng Caraga State University and ng DOST rin on that. Parang the local research, gawa ng mga people really living here, in touch with the community. So may research, and then it's like an alternative to what we currently have, and then develop that research, develop that product, turn it into something na pwede ma-commercialize, then pasok sa TBI, co-commercialize, tulungan mo-commercialize, and possibly later on, matulungan din magkaroon ng more capital to really build it into a big Filipino business.
Yes, yun yung goal.
Oh, wow. So let's end this conversation with medyo larger perspective, medyo philosophical somehow maybe. So how do you see like Throat Chips Durian, like if this becomes a very big business affecting the agriculture industry and affecting maybe yung Pilipinas as a whole, Philippine society as a whole? So maybe let's end with that.
We are creating the Throat Chips using locally available raw materials, and then which our farmers are also capable of mass producing, like squash and then sweet potato. We could easily produce that. There are cases that there's overproduction and then there's losses nga na nare-report kasi nga walang nagko-consume. So those are our considerations in establishing the raw materials, and then with this product, parang ma-encourage na yung mga farmers na ay pwede palang mass produce ng ganitong raw materials kasi may mga businesses na could cater this excess na hindi na ma-cater ng yung public markets, but also could cater yung mga processing. So with that, we could help the farmers, and then eventually when this become big scale, we could hire more people and then help the economy in the country.
Ang galing, natamaan yung tatlong parts ng ng kumbaga how a society or an economy upgrades. First, agriculture, it can uplift farmers kasi what they produce can be sold, can be turned into kita para sa kanila. Second, yung industry din kasi this can turn out to be like may production aspect, so you can hire workers in the industry, and then you give jobs to them as well, And then third, this can actually be an exportable product.
Yes.
So, natulungan si agriculture, then si industry, production, manufacturing, and then we have a brand, we have a product that we can export and be proud of na Filipino made, Filipino grown, and Filipino developed.
Yes.
Wow, ayun. So, maraming salamat, Sir Jared, for this conversation. If our listeners want to know more about you and Throat Chips Durian, so saan ba namin matitikman yan? Saan ba namin possible makita yan? And yeah, if our listeners want to get updates, so connect them to social media channels, website, or Facebook, whatever.
Yes. You could contact us through the Caraga Food Innovation Center, and then we also have a Facebook page, Caraga Food Innovation Center, and then my Facebook also, Genesis Jared Cotamora, and then we also have the Tara ATBI with Sir Jong, the project, and then we also have Tara has also a Facebook page, so you could also contact them, and then we have also another page which is the RACE program. Kasi all of these are created through the RACE program. Yung namin sa Agri-Aqua TBI through the RACE program of DOST Picard. So,
lang natin, sir, So, si RACE ay project ni DOST Picard. Program ni DOST Picard. And what exactly does RACE want to achieve?
It is to help to bring the technologies in the universities, and mostly in the universities, to help in the pre-commercialization and eventually be commercialized.
So si RACE din ay nagsusupport kay Tara ATBI.
Yes.
And then si Caraga Food Innovation Center, it's also part of the university, right?
Yes, part of the university.
So and what exactly kumbaga yung purpose ni Caraga Food Innovation Center?
Caraga Food Innovation Center is one of our RDI, yung research development na an innovation ng mga centers dito
innovation
sa
center.
CSU,
Oh,
Caraga State U.
ayun.
And
Ayun.
then they are creating the technologies.
Ayun.
Yung
So,
mga
parang
technologies niya, help na ma-commercialize din.
yung research and innovation and technology center dito sa CSU. Grabe. It's so amazing to know all of this, no? So, buti na lang din nagpunta ako dito sa Caraga. And thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for
Thank
sharing.
you.
So, if our listeners, if you want to know more about road trips, Caraga Food Innovation Center, the race program, Tara ATBI, so you can search them, Google, or follow them in their social
Facebook,
media
yes.
channels. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 48 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLexPH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. One CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Tuala, privacy-focused digital experience for sharing identity information across Web 2 and Web 3 ecosystems. Wonder Brand, next-generation data science-driven brand strategy and design company for emerging markets. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car-sharing marketplace. And Space Cebu, global co-working space, private office and meeting rooms for startups, digital nomads, and freelancers. Mamiki Super Pet App, the Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. MarketMind Local, a digital marketing company focused in helping small and medium businesses. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGUs, real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Smile, consent-driven digital employment verification service to make smarter decisions faster. DVCode Technologies, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Drive Manila, Philippines' largest peer-to-peer car rental community. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talents and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. Benjoy's food products, Domo Premium Bacon Ends, Tapa, and Tocino. ROC.ph, our creative marketing partner. Get unlimited digital marketing services monthly. This episode is powered by Contact RFID Business Cards, CodeSham, Kazam, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Founders Launchpad, Packetworks, Uplift Code Camp, Pareto Consulting, Agile Data Solutions, Hassel PH, Board Prep, Zales, Sirius MD, Pahatid PH. Please support the podcast through the links in the description.